Not sure what percentage of the Scottish crowd here today have come from the borders, but obviously that is still very much the heartland of Scottish rugby, whether it be Sedbergh or Selkirk or Jedburgh or Hawick or Galashiels, and that is where the Scotland coach Gregor Townsend comes from.
When I grew up watching rugby, the best teams came from the borders. Half the Scotland team was from the borders as well. To come back to my old club, to see so many people here, it's great. It's great for the area and great for the club.
Gregor, back in Galashiels, have you been up to this cosy little bar before?
I can't remember, I think maybe once. Probably after I maybe scored a try or two, they come up and have a drink with the president.
How old were you when you first started your rugby at Gala?
I would have been about 5 or 6 years old, and doing Sunday mini rugby in a park not too far away from here. And then I did play, I got my brother's under-10 team because they were short of a player. I was 7 years old in a big tournament, and we won, and I think I had 2 touches the whole tournament, and I was half the size of everyone else, but that would have been my first competitive game on that field. I played all my age group rugby here, and the maroon jersey was something I was very proud to wear. And when you see the players that have achieved great success with this club and with Scotland, people like David Leslie, Peter Dodds, Chris Patterson, legends of the game, you feel very proud that it's your club.
And so Gala, like old Father Tim's, just keep on rolling along at the top of Division 1.
I just hadn't had a run all day, so I thought I'd have a shot and just cut inside, and I was a bit hesitant, and the winger took the dummy, Kenny, so I just gave it to Ian in the end, and he passed it out to Jim, scored in the corner.
A lovely try.
Yeah, I got the crowd going.
Gregor Townsend was blessed with great talent. He could be inspirational, and he would try things that nobody else was like to try. Occasionally they didn't come off, but the lad could take the criticism and go on. He's always been a very level-headed type of chap, and I can see that coming through in his coaching at the present moment in time.
I'm quite often asked, did you ever think he would be a coach? And at first I said no, but that's not true. He was always very thoughtful. Although he was mercurial in the way he played the game, he played his own way, he always had a reason for doing it. And he was always a deep thinker of the game. Having come from the borders, from Gala, he's steeped in rugby, so it's not a great surprise for me to see him being so successful.
Have the players discussed the events of Twickenham last year, because they went down there full of confidence and they were given a shock?
No, not really. I think there'll be some specifics that they'll talk about in terms of what lessons did we learn from it, but in terms of the Twickenham experience, it's irrelevant because we're playing at Murrayfield, and we'll talk about Twickenham when we go to Twickenham in a year's time.
What are your memories of Calcutta Cup? You played, I think, 10 with Are
you going to tell me how many I won?
You know how many you won?
Yeah, it was 1. So 1 out of 10 wasn't a great success rate, was it?
But in that case, was it a match that was filled with foreboding, or did you still always look forward to it?
I did. I probably put too much emotion into it. I'd been a supporter of the national team over the 80s and 90s, and seeing that game against England got you really fired up. And as a player, I certainly had that came rushing through my veins and body as you go into the game, and I'm sure it will for our players.
And will it be through maturity, or the fact it's a different role as a coach, that you have to maybe step back a little bit and keep those emotions in check? It's a different role, isn't it?
It'll be calm. I think there's a real edge to our preparations. There's excitement when you have to prepare against a team as good as England. It's such an important fixture for everyone in Scotland. That is our biggest game of the year every year, so we can't wait to play it.
Well, 5 years behind Gregor at Galashiels Academy was a young man who, many years later, kicked England to defeat 10 years ago, and he's with Sonia now.
Yeah, and the big question, of course, is whether this crop of players currently warming up behind us here can supersede Chris Patterson's team as the last Scottish side to beat England. And Chris, if they're going to do it today, how important is a player like Peter Horne at 12, given he's up against Owen Farrell?
Yeah, crucial.